Boom, Amazon time. Finally decided to get myself a modern one of these. This is the Pioneer. There's not really going to be much to say about this because everyone really already knows. You get an instruction manual. Yeah, it's lovely. I bought this mainly to test, to use this as a... God, they do make a nice blade though, don't they? You know, for a super factory produced, you cannot complain at these. This was like £22 or something crazy cheap like that. Doesn't have the tweezer or the things on it, but I always lose them anyway, so there you go. I'm that guy. So yeah, let's get this. Well, I've got another thing as well actually. So I mentioned this in my in my other video. So I'm trying to be more accurate with my stuff. And so far all I've given for pull and close weight is just some random numbers that could mean anything, like a scale. So this is probably a great reference because you can get these all over the world. They're fairly cheap, everyone has them, and they're really standardised. They're pretty well made. So close strength on the main blade of the Victorinox is... Oh, it's actually not nothing. I thought this was going to be a really light... Goodness. So there we go. That measures about what? Oh, that's close to 800, that is. Yeah, that's about 800 grams. So 1.7 pounds, something like that. And then the opening. Already got me dirty grease mitts on these. Thought I'd get myself an ALOX as well. Like, I didn't want to use the other one of these I have because it's got a little bit of rust in it, and I didn't want it to affect the results. So I mean, I've cleaned it up big time. Like, it used to be much worse. I really got in there, took it apart as much as you can, de-rust it, blasted it with all these chemicals, but it's still not as smooth as a new one. So there you go, right on the nail nick. So it'll be the opening strength from where you open it. I'll do that again, just to make sure I didn't get caught on that half stop. There you go. Barely registers, so that'll be less than £50. £50, of course it's fucking less than £50. That'll be less than 0.5 pounds and less than 100 grams. Because this thing's such a high scale, we can only measure so much, but there we go. That's that sorted. The other thing I got with this, hello, is some verniers or calipers, whatever anyone wants to call them. It's the Amazon Specials. But now it's not installed already. Okay. I don't know why you'd need hardened steel on some calipers. Oh, that's a spare battery. Oh, that's nice of them. Can't argue with that. There we go. So this way we can measure the exact and be much more legal about it. And so Victorinox is, can we do inches? Yes, we can. So that's 2.4 inches cutting edge, and then the actual entire blade length from the bolster is 2.7. So there we go. Onto the knife itself though, because obviously I'll be reviewing this because I've got it. Look, everyone should have one of these at least once in their life, whether it's Wenger or Victorinox or whatever. Victorinox owns both anyway now, I think. They're fantastic. Okay, like, they're not they're not the most exciting knives, you know, you're not getting crazy sculpting like on this Scamp here, but you're getting reliability, you know it's going to work. It's renowned to be basically as world legal as it gets, you know, like it's two-handed opening, non-locking, it's under 3 inches. It doesn't get much better than that, you know, for being, I can guarantee this isn't getting taken off me. If you know, even if you've got like the saltiest, most anti-knife police officer, unless you're waving this around like an idiot, you're unlikely to have any issues with the Victorinox. Obviously, you've still got to use common sense. You can't be just, hey guys, look at this. Like I saw in a past job, a gentleman came in with an even smaller one of these, like one that, you know, the half-size ones, asked to open something, and the manageress was like, yeah, sure, go for it. He pulls out this little Victorinox. I was fine with it. I wasn't super up on the law at that point, but I was like, what's he going to do with that? Who cares? You know, I wasn't bothered by it whatsoever. Every other person in that shop, except one mate I had that was also stood in the same area as I was, freaked out. They were like, oh my god, he's got a knife, and started running back and running away from it. It's like, I literally just gave this guy a, I don't know, look, like, I don't understand it. And he was like, he looked at me like, really? And then sort of put what he was opening back, closed the knife, and then sort of ran off before security came or whatever. So as long as you're not being stupid, anyone that knows the law will know this is easily legal. You shouldn't have any issues with this with the police. Again, still don't take it to pubs maybe, things like that. But these are about as legal as it gets. And they're damn well made. It's not a weak blade spring. Look at that. Snaps back all the way. I really like that they don't have a half stop. It's just spring tension all the way till there. And then it's literally, that's sort of almost a half stop, but it's not really. It just slams. And as always with these, you get some extra tools on as well. It's a Swiss Army knife, or a SAK if you were wondering. What's that, a wire strip or something? I don't know, screwdriver, bottle opener, another screwdriver, can opener. What's that, a reamer? But yeah, none of them lock. They're all 100% legal. Fantastic knives. Not much else more to say really. You can't take these apart. You can get these in a variety. You can get them in plastic, different colours, limited editions, random scales. This one was only 22, and I was only really using it as a gauge for this. You know, I do like it. I will carry this as well. Like I said, it's a very safe carry, this one. But it's mainly as a benchmark for, where is it? For this thing, so everyone can get some context on the thing I'm putting up. Right, thank you very much. Oh, and the box. Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's not bad. It's just, I'd say that's probably about bare minimum for acceptable. For me anyway, you know, other people might have different levels of acceptable, but for me that's about the bare minimum. Just a coloured box with the logo on it. Sweet. Thank you very much.